I'm a Reiki master, and I have a master's in education from Bank Street, and I have a master's in developmental psychology. I'm also been initiated as a Native American healer. Today we're going to be talking about chakra healing. Considered two of the most powerful crystals in the world. One is clear quartz and the other one is black obsidian. Clear quartz is very common and you can get it everywhere, and yet it's a very powerful magnifier. It really magnifies and helps to clear. Where black obsidian is a very powerful stone because it helps to delve into the deepness of oneself. It doesn't mean that just because you're not sitting here that you cannot benefit from this. One of the nice things about spiritual entities and guides and spiritual energy is that it's not confined to any physical space. We are the only ones who put parameters on these entities, and because I'm not putting that kind of parameter on my guides, they are able to do everyone. But I only have 7, so that I can just work with 7, but it doesn't mean the audience cannot benefit and be a part of that. I would like to say that the chakra information that I am giving you is from my own personal experience. It's from working and healing and working with hundreds of clients that I've worked with and received information from that. It might be slightly different from your information. If you're a chakra worker and you work with chakras, it might be slightly different. And that happens, you know. And it doesn't mean that what I say now you will hold me to a year from now, because my information is constantly changing about chakras and healing and finding out more and more information. But at this moment in time, these are my beliefs. The way that I read a chakra is very simple. Simple for me, right? What I do is I just send energy down into the pendulum, and all I'm asking the pendulum to do is to pick up the energy coming off of the person. Now, depending upon how your energy flows in that chakra, the pendulum will swing in a certain direction. How that direction of that pendulum then tells me whether the chakra is balanced or imbalanced. So what we're going to focus on for everyone here is we're going to focus on imbalanced chakras. So if I pick a chakra, if you tell me a chakra that you want to be healed and I find out that that chakra is nice and open, then I'm going to find one that's not. Think about each chakra, think about that chakra and what it's connected to, and see if that's a chakra that maybe you might be having some difficulties with and you want some clearing with. The more connected you are to your chakras and the more intuitive you are about them, the easier your healing, because then you can really focus your energy on that chakra. So, I'm going to read her base chakra. And that's how you do it. You just, can you stand up, please? Sure. Just so that people can see fun. All I'm doing is touching her, asking her to let me read the energy coming off of her. And then the pendulum will swing according to how her energy is flowing in that area. Now, she had this little comment that maybe her base chakra might not be functioning, but as you can see, that circle is going nice and round. And that's really the right. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, so really, it's not that bad. I don't know what else it could be bad. But
I don't know. I commute back and forth. I have a 2-hour commute, a little bit over 2 hours, and I'm always tired.
Well, it's not the base chakra that's making you tired. It could be something else,
I guess.
Exactly, because that's nice and open. And I always tell my clients that energy doesn't lie. And again, I'm just going to put it against the sacral chakra. And some people say, well, that's the same place that the base chakra is. It's true, but what happens is, as long as you send the intent to the crystal to pick up the particular chakra, it will pick up that energy of that chakra, even though they are very much in the same area. So this is your sacral chakra. Yes. Okay. And that swing, as you can see, is not the circular swing as the previous person. That is a swing that we call a block. Okay. Now this reading is slightly different. I don't know if people can really make a note of it. It's not a complete circle, and yet it's not a complete block. It's more elliptical, we say. It's going like this. It's not straight across, and it's not circular. So, you want to see that? It's not a complete block, so it's not to the point where it's going to cause her physical damage. But it's definitely starting to cause her some issues there. And so that's something that she might want to work with. Okay. Yep. And you know, it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for women to shut themselves down emotionally. It's not uncommon for that to happen. I see so many women with sacral chakras that are dysfunctional because, for one thing, we're supposed to be emotional and then we don't want to be emotional, so we shut that down. Or somehow there's a feeling that we don't have a right to be happy sexually. That you know, there's some really belief systems that we hold about our sexuality that really are not proper, and it makes us imbalanced. So it's not surprising. I just want to make a note of these 4 chakras here, and they come to a spiritualist and they say, but I'm having problems with my sex life, but I'm meditating on it. You know, I'm praying on it, I'm meditating on it, I'm doing yoga, and I say to them, but these are lower level chakras. They belong in the earth. You have to do things with these chakras. These chakras are not about the mind, it's about the body. You know, you're not having sex in the mind, you have to have sex with your partner. You know, you're not, when you're loving someone, you have to love them. You can't think about the love. You gotta be loving, you gotta do things. These are really doing chakras. And so I keep telling people, these are physical chakras that have to be done in the world, physically. Okay. But these chakras here are high level functioning chakras. And they really have a lot to do with what we think, our mental processing. That's when you can go and meditate. You can meditate on these chakras. But these chakras really require doing in the world. Okay. So the information that you get here during the drums is very, very important. So please hold on to that. If any animals come, because I work with a lot of animal spirits, so if any animals come to you, write them down afterwards. Once he turns on the light, write them down. Really, really try to hold on to the information that comes to you. The only thing you're supposed to do is relax. Oh, what the drums do, I just need to explain that. It's just an ancestral, goes back way, way, way into time, in which cultures all around the world called spirits by sound. In Christianity, they had bells, ding dong, to call for ceremonies. And Native American, it was the drums. In Africa, it was the drums. Other cultures, it was the flute. But sound has always been a trait in which we call ancestral guides for healings and ceremonies, for empowerment. And I was given this gift to be able to do that. And so that's what I'm doing here today. It's just an old tradition that's been given to me. Okay. So that's a nice healthy heart.